FlosTube. It's time for my end of the month update already. It's July 2018. It's a warm, sunny, but not humid day in Ohio, so I thought I'd film outside so you can get a little bit of a different background instead of just sitting in my kitchen. I tried filming earlier today when it wasn't as warm as it is now, but the sun in my backyard was just beating down and I was squinting and I was going to have to do the whole thing with my sunglasses on, and I didn't think that was very personable. So I waited till a little bit later in the day, but now everybody's out mowing and dogs are out, so hopefully it's not too distracting if there's background noise, but the background is much more pleasant today. So I can't believe it's the end of July already. I feel like summer is flying by. So let's get into what I have to show so I can get this uploaded and finish my day in the nice weather. Okay, first I want to show the progress that I've made. I worked on two things this month. I've kind of been a little bit monogamous. The first thing I worked on was the Primitive Hair Trick or Treat Pumpkin Stitch. I'm only doing the pumpkin and the trick or treat, and I think I said in a couple videos ago I wasn't sure if I left myself enough room. I did on the fabric for the trick or treat. So here is my progress up till now. I probably could have gotten a lot more progress done on this, but this is all pretty much just fill-in now except for the other eye. And I have a little bit of a stitching get-together planned for September, and I think this will be a good project because it'll be getting into fall, and I'm going to be distracted probably chatting, so this is just going to be fill-in. So I quit working on this until September. So that's that one. The second one that I've worked on is this Madame Chantilly Tout à la Main. What is this? Goodbye. So this is for my sister for Christmas, so I've really been trying to get a lot of work done on this one so that I'm not rushing at the last minute, and so I can work on some other Christmas-related gifts. I don't really want to take this out of the Q-snap. Let's see what this does. So this is as far as I've gotten. I'll just take it out. This is a really quick, fun pattern. I've had a good time with this one. I did change the fabric to Beach Brew from the Called For Beach Brew by Lakeside Linens, and I like it. I'm afraid it's a little bit too faint neutral because the white, like in the shoes, doesn't show up as well. The skin doesn't show up as well, but too late now. So this is as far as I've gotten, and I'm going to do beads for the eyes at the end. They're supposed to be French knots, but I'm not doing that, so that's why they're faceless. So I'm pretty close. I just have the little dog and the beach ball and the ship and then some of this stuff up here. So I should be getting really good progress done on that because I plan on continuing to work on that through August. Okay, so that's all I worked on. Things I have acquired are next. Let's see. So I received a very nice gift from Lana at Till the Last Stitch. She stitched this little ornament for me. She said she followed a pattern for the little cardinal, and then she just freehanded all of his little greenery and put in some French knot pine cones. Super, super cute. And then she sent it up to Jan, the finisher at Keepsakes, to have it finished into an ornament. And she wanted me to have it for StitchCon, and we just were so busy that unfortunately it didn't get done. So Lana, I do love this little thing. He's so cute, and I love the way it's finished. There's some little stitching fabric on the back. But she also had Barbara give me a gift certificate to Keepsakes as part of that gift. So I spent that. So let me show you what I bought. The first thing I bought was this pattern. This is a hand blessings pattern, and I have one of these other ones with the bird and the little umbrella in the rain. This one is cardinal with candy cane. Really, really cute. Comes with this little snowflake charm that goes up at the top, and it looks like it's stitched on black fabric, but it's actually a really, really dark green. It's Victorian green Lugana, which I think is really pretty and a lot different than a lot of the other Christmassy winter things that I have, so I may look into getting that fabric. So I purchased that, and then I had some money left over on the gift certificate. I also had received a gift certificate from Marcy, Artsy Marcy, at StitchCon. So I put the two together, and today I went back to Keepsakes and caved and bought the Home for the Holidays. I really only like this pattern in here. I do like this one. I just don't know if I will stitch it because it's a lot of muted colors and I like things with color. So I am going to participate in the 'Tis the Season sale that starts the weekend of Labor Day, I think. I know that it's a Facebook stitch along, but I'm still going to post on Instagram and show progress here. I wasn't going to do it, but I wanted to buy this pattern when it was just a pattern and I never did, and now I'm regretting it. And so I had to buy the whole book. And like I said, I don't really care for any of the other patterns. This is what the whole pattern looks like if you haven't seen it. I'm trying out to show the pattern on the other side. It's really, really pretty. I did change out some of the called fors. It's called for silk, but the silk red was poison apple and it was just not red enough for me. So I actually did some color conversion and it didn't take me forever, and I'm not going to change my mind 18 times like I did with the Ebenezer's Christmas. So I'm going to use Classic Colorworks Cherry Cobbler for the bird, and then I changed out some of the greens because I really liked the greens, but I didn't want to do the silk, and the silk was a little bit variegated compared to the DMC. So for two of the greens, I switched out for Pine Needles and Mossy by Classic Colorworks, and then I think everything else I'm going to do in the DMC because it's small, and I don't need that much variegation. Like, I don't need that much variegation in this little branch, right, or in the little beak. It can be solid. So the DMC colors matched pretty well. So I got those three and the book with the rest of the gift certificate from Lana and then part of the gift certificate from Marcy. So thank you, ladies, for enhancing my stash without me having to be responsible for it. The third thing to show, I decided to participate in another sal. I know I've always said that I don't really do sals because I don't have time to keep up with them, and I'm not on Facebook, so I don't participate in the conversation that goes back and forth on Facebook. But I posted this pattern months and months and months ago. Darla gave me a copy of this, Peace on Earth. This is by Cottage Garden Samplings, maybe? I'll double check and put it below. She gave me this. She ripped it out of a magazine and gave it to me. And I originally had just planned to stitch the cardinal. But then Christine at Stitch All the Things and Sarah Elliott, she's on Instagram, I'll post her below too, decided to do a sal of this pattern because they saw it on my Instagram feed. So I figured if I was the cause of the sal happening, I should probably participate. So I'm going to do this sal. This starts August 12th. It calls for sand, which I typically think of being a pinky peachy color, and this looks pretty neutral. This looks pretty brown neutral. I have the sand, so I was going to use it, but looking at it out here, it really is pinky peach. So, I don't know, it's not showing up pinky peach, it's showing up more brown on this. So, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I do have most of the called for threads. So I didn't buy any threads. I just used what I had. And then I'm going to substitute with the DMC if I don't already have it. So those are the colors. Yeah, it's hard to say in the light out here, but I'm not sure about this sand. I may have to go to like doubloon or something in my stash. I don't know. We'll see. But I have to decide by August 12th, so it has to happen soon. Okay, a couple housekeeping things, and then I think that's it already. This is a quick one. So in my post-StitchCon video, I showed this little strawberry that I received from a very sweet woman who attended, and I mispronounced her name. Her name is Johnny Miller. So, Johnny, I'm sorry I mispronounced your name. I heard somebody else say it, and you acknowledged that that was how you pronounced it. So I just wanted to apologize and say hello to her and all the ladies at the quilt shop. Thanks for watching my video. I've also, yeah, that's one other thing I wanted to say. I've had a lot of new subscribers in the last month or two. So welcome to everybody if this is your first or second video, and thanks for coming back if you've been watching all along. I have a few shout outs and then a few StitchCon 2019 notes, and then that's it. So my shout out. So Laura from Addicted Stitchers binge watched my videos a couple weekends ago. I was repainting my kitchen. It's gonna look the same to you because it's still white, but it doesn't look so blue. It looks more gray. I don't think anybody can tell the difference but me, but it's keeping me from being crazy about the horrible blue color in the kitchen. Anyways, I was painting my kitchen and listening to a book / listening to FlossTube, and I kept getting all of these comments on all my videos, and they were all from Laura at Addicted Sisters. So hello ladies, thank you for watching. I have watched some of your videos. I just haven't been able to get through all of them because they're long, girls. But I promise I will get through them and leave some comments for you. So thanks for watching. A few other shout outs. Linda Spaulding, I don't think I shouted her out in my last video, and I'm sure everybody has gone over to watch her. She has been commenting on my videos, I think pretty much since I started making them. She comments on everybody's videos, and now she's finally making FlossTube videos. And she's wonderful to listen to, and she has really unique pieces. So if you get a chance, go check out Linda Spaulding. LinkIsMyHomeboy, Heather, is making FlossTube videos. She's made 2, so go check her out. She is a frequent commenter on my videos. She's obsessed with my binders, and she comments a lot on Instagram. I see her there, so go check out Heather. I'll list her below. And then the 4th one I'm super excited about, BroadwayStitcher, Carmen. She was on the shuttle at StitchCon, and so I got to meet her and spend some time with her. She lives in Manhattan. I'm obsessed with New York City. It's one of my favorite cities to visit. So when she was at StitchCon, she was talking about how she wanted to do videos, and she thought she might kind of throw in her love of Broadway and some attractions around New York City and just show people the city. So of course I'm like, stitching, I don't care if you show stitching or not, just show the city. So I'm super excited that she's making videos, and her first one was great, so go check her out. So I'll list all of them here below. So a while ago I had said I was going to show how I store my overdyed floss. Somebody had asked me in my last video how I store them, so I wanted to show them. I bought these little modular stacking containers at Joann's. I think I got them when they were 40% off, so I think they were like $8. I have 3 of them. They do stack on top of each other, but they don't connect to each other. This is not my own idea. This is a conglomeration of multiple different people's suggestions, and I just did what worked best for me. So I have a piece of that shelf liner that's the rubbery shelf liner on the bottom. I use floss away bags. I just write on this little space what it is. I put an index card in here only to make it a little bit more sturdy. I know I could write on the card, but I don't know. I'm a rule follower, I guess, and this is where you're supposed to write on it, so it just keeps everything uniform if everything's all written here instead of random spots on the card, or if I don't have the same height or whatever. I know, crazy town. So then I just store them alphabetically in here, and so the card gives it a little oomph to stand up, and this little rubberized stuff keeps it from sliding all over the place. Is it a perfect system? No, because you can see when you look at it, you know, obviously like some of these have 2 or 3 skeins of the same floss, and so it kind of bunches up and they don't all sit deep enough. But it is compact and it's easy to use. It's easy to find all the pieces that I need. I'm sure that I will outgrow it at some point, but it's small and I can confine it and contain it and get it out of the way. This is a small piece of that rubbery stuff that I have on the bottom, and I just cut, it comes in a big roll, and I just cut it off to use on my clamps when they get loose. And so I just cut a piece, stole that idea from Pam. It just keeps stitching. I think I stole this from lots of people, the little index card. So that's how I store my overdyed floss. Here are the StitchCon 2019 details. The website is updated with the 2019 information. So stitchcon.com will have all of this information listed below. The Facebook page also has all this information below. The name has been changed to StitchCon 2019, but all of the information, everything else is still the same. So the dates of StitchCon 2019 are June 27th through June 30th. It's located at the Sharonville Convention Center, and we're going to be reserving rooms at the Connected Hotel and some other areas around, because unfortunately that hotel doesn't have enough spots to accommodate everyone that's coming. So there are quite a few rooms, but not enough to accommodate all 300 people. If we have 300 people. Registration is $150 per person. It is non-refundable this year or next year, just like it was this year. So $150. Stephanie is going to be sending out the invoices August 1st. Her first batch of invoices are going to be sent to the first 150 people on the wait list. The second batch after that will be sent to the 150 people that attended StitchCon 2018. So don't panic if you are wanting to come and you came this year, you have a spot. Once the 150 waitlist spots, let me back up. So first batch, 150 on the waitlist. Second batch, the 150 that came this year. You have 2 weeks to pay and reserve your spot. If after 2 weeks you have not paid, we will assume that you are not coming and we will void your invoice and go down on the waitlist from there, because there are quite a few people on the wait list. If you know now that you're not going to be able to come to StitchCon 2019 and you attended StitchCon 2018, there is a message feed on the Facebook page. If you could please let Steph know that you're not coming. That way she doesn't bother you by sending an invoice and you don't have to worry about responding or not responding. We just won't even send it. And then we know earlier how many more waitlist people we can pick from, or from the waitlist we can pick. Okay, so I think those are the details. I don't have any information about the hotels because we haven't firmed up the deals and the amounts at which hotel. We'll have more information as we go. I mean, it's a whole year away. We just wanted to get the basic information out because August 1st, or the first week of August is next week already. Okay, so that is StitchCon. So that is my July wrap-up. That's all I've got. Not a whole lot this month. I have been stitching, but when the weather's nice, that lends me to more time outside and after-hours things that are not stitch-related. So I'm pretty pleased with the progress that I've made. Hope everyone is having a fabulous June. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, it's been pretty hot. All of you in the Southern Hemisphere, I know you're freezing. Okay, thanks so much for liking and subscribing and watching. I appreciate everybody coming back. I, as always, appreciate the comments. And I'll see you next month. Bye.